watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch your clothes, and when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch your clothes, and when I'm through, oh, why not have a go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hearing it. How about that? Now can you hear me? Test. Okay. Hopefully I'm loud enough. Yay. Hey, Nicks and Minis. How's it going? Can you guys hear me now? All right. Yay. That's good. Anyway, I was going to say hello. And let me try that again. Overhead. Wait, face. There we go. Thank you guys so much for coming and seeing me stream. I'm sorry I didn't have my mic on. I'm a noob. Repeat everything. All right, I was gonna say hello, Almost Dab and Lamunis. Almost Dab is playing a little hooky from work right now because he's decided to watch the stream, which I am totally for. Yes, that is awesome. And thank you so much. And we have a flower night. Look, a flower night. We've got a little violin added to it. This is a piece that comes with the flower night sprue. So this is not the original resin. This is the sprue that comes with my expansion. This is my personal flower night. So we're gonna try to speed paint this because I know a lot of people who are trying to get their Kingdom Death stuff done by the time their Kickstarter comes out and they get all these extra expansions. So that's why I'm gonna speed paint them, and I hope you don't mind because I have some lovely artwork. It's been a rough week, so you'll try harder next week. That makes sense. CyberKnownhead says that he's at work and he's decided to slack. I love you guys. Slack all you like. All right, so let's take a look at actual Kingdom Death artwork copyrighted by Kingdom Death, all rights reserved. This is the actual artwork for the flower night. As you can see, it's mostly all greens and some grays and yellow. Really limited palette and really beautiful. That would be an easy one to speed paint, but it might be a little bit dull to watch. Hey, Miss Half Damage, how's it going? And the moon is at work and probably has to lurk another half hour. That is totally fine. We're gonna show you, and so here is some each of the expansions comes with like a little booklet that has all the rules. Oh, wow, that snuck up on me. So sorry, it just yawned. And it comes with artwork in it, and this is some of the artwork that was in the booklet. Obviously, again, limited palette, oranges and yellows, pretty boring. But then I just was looking in my Google Images search and I found this. This is by johnsilverart.tk. I think that's the whole thing. And how lovely is this? It's metal armor with gold trim. And I think that this might be fun for us to paint. I want to get your vote because I can do this one, which is going to be mostly greens and grays, or I can do the metallic. I can do that in either metallic metal. Non-metallic metal is not going to be easy to speed paint, so I'm probably not going to speed paint it, but I could definitely speed paint it in metallics. Have I seen it? It's painted by Scott Hockley. I probably have. I love Scott's work. The Black Hand Miniatures, you guys should check him out. He's on Facebook. He is a friend of mine. I call him a friend. We've never met, we've just Skyped before, that's about it. Like the metallic one, you like that one? Could I do the metallic one with purple flowers instead of red? Yes, let's do that. Maybe a little bit of red. We'll see. We'll see what we can, because there's more than one flower on here. We could do a mix. There's definitely some butterflies. Also, on the mini itself, there's a little butterfly as well, so I can make that a purple color as also. Yay, you finally made the stream. Arkamas the Fallen, how are you? Oh, wait, no, Olympus 2208, thank you so much. I'm glad you could make it. Metallic, 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 please. Scott is a great guy. Yes, he is. Scott is a mensch, which is Yiddish for esteemed person. All right, so here we go. We've got his violin, which I will probably do green in theme, and I'm gonna do a lot of the back. He's got like a bustle of leaves and things that I will probably also do green, which means I'm gonna do his pantaloons gray. So he's gonna be real similar, but with more metallic metal. So let's get out our first colors, which I always start when I do silvers and metals. I'm going to start out with black metal because it is going to be the darkest color. And I'm going to look here and see where my light is coming from. My light is coming from 10 o'clock. All right, so that means, well, I think it doesn't know where it's coming from. It looks like it's 10 o'clock on this side too, so that doesn't make sense. I must have just gone shh, and then I'm right-handed and then shh. All right, so we'll make it work. Hey, Art Evolve, how's it going? Yep, we got the flower night. We got some black metal by Scale 75, who is our sponsor, and I'm gonna take a largish brush like this one. This is just a Craft Smart brush. I got these in a pack of 50 at Michael's for super cheap. And I'm gonna look, let's see. Just gonna base coat him. And get this on here. Like I said, speed painting. So what speed painting entails, getting that paint on there as quickly as possible. We're losing all of our pre-shading. That's okay, because I can choose a different angle if I want that way. I'm not going to do too much thinning this paint, because the Scale 75 metals are pretty thin already. And I don't want to dilute what I've got too much. Houndstooth Mini with the raid. Everybody give some hype. Oh my gosh, guys. Yay, let's do this hype here. Woohoo! Whoops, I switched. There we go. Release the hounds! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone from Houndstooth. Houndstooth, I actually may or may not have a referral for you in the very near future. Houndstooth Mini, guys, give him a follow. I've been referring some work to him for a long time. Very awesome artist and streamer, so he is also enjoyable to watch as well. Welcome. Rinyan says, oh, and Draco, hello, good morning. Artie Wolf says, Flower Night, his armor should be flowery and extravagant. Exactly. Rinyan says, has anyone found Stynylrez primer scratches off? It doesn't just rub off like Vallejo, but not as durable as spray primer. So, Rinyan, I'm not sure if you're giving it time to cure or not. I don't know what your status is with your primer, but if you give it about 24 hours to cure before you start painting on it, you'll have a much easier time with it. I don't know, if you're doing that. Also, if you take a hair dryer to it right after you paint it, that will also help cure it in a way. And I've found that Stynylrez sticks better than a lot of the other ones when I do that. But give that a try. Hopefully that will work for you. If not, then I don't know. Maybe it might be the climate, I don't know, that you're in. Hype from the past. Yes, Karagna, thank you so much. Did I see those eye collectors? Eye collectors? I don't get it. Eye collectors? I'm confused. Tell me what you mean, Zab. I do not know what an eye collector is. Oh, from Houndstooth. Yes. Houndstooth has some on his Instagram right now. They're like miniatures, and they're like these demonesses that go around collecting people's eyes out of their dead skulls. And he did 2 of them, and I did see them, and they are cool as heck. Yes. All right. We are painting. Houndstooth never has any issues with Stynylrez coming off. Zab says he finds Badger amazingly tough as nails. That's why it's the only primer I use, to be really honest. Because I just have never had problems with it. It just goes on like a dream. It's the only white primer. The white primer that they have goes on, and it doesn't speckle hardly at all, which is really hard to find in a white primer for me. All right, I got most to the back of him. There we go. And don't forget his lovely sword. Got a silver sword here. And we'll go ahead and make this part silver as well, just like the artwork. I've been cleaning house all morning and getting so much done. Oh, see how smooth that is? That is beautiful. Look at, we've got a really good layered base coat already with this. And that's because, like I said, I did not dilute it really. I just laid it right on. Get all the edges and the backs of things that I can't reach too well. That's the only downside to not sub-assembling stuff. But when you're speed painting things, you're gonna wanna have it all assembled already. Yeah, he's got some greaves. Greaves, is that what you call the things on the arms? Miss Half Damage said you had a batch of Steinolres. You had a bad batch. Oh, okay. So maybe your batch was bad then. If Miss Half Damage had a bad batch, maybe more people had one. That's possible. But yeah, I have never had a problem with it. Rinian says I do give it at least as that long since I've had problems with Vallejo before, so I tried this one. It's much better, but not perfect yet. Also, my Vallejo satin varnish is sticky, so your airbrush luck isn't going so well. Oh, that stinks. Yeah. I've been having bad airbrush luck too. I'm curious, Rinian, what part, you don't have to tell me where you live, but like what part of the country. I live in the Midwest. And all of my airbrush stuff has been gumming up so badly this season. I don't know if it's because of the heat or the humidity or the lack of humidity, because I have felt like things have been so dry because of the heat. Found a cat hair. Little one. Got it. All right, where else can we put metal color? I think that might be it. See how fast we're already doing this? Oh, he's got... We're going to give him some metal on his hands, too. Like I said. We're going to try to get him completely done by the end of this stream. So 2 hours max. And notice that I'm using a giant brush. It makes a difference in being able to paint fast. Okay. All right, rinse the brush. Now we're gonna go with the greens and grays. Norway, so it's about 20 Celsius, which is, what is 20 Celsius? I'm trying to remember. Is that in the 70s, 80s? 70s? Norway seems like it would be cool. Artie Wolf says, I've been trying to think of an answer to my question on Twitter. I can't think of any programs. Rowdy Souls, thank you for the follow. You're our first follower for today. New followers get their name written down on my stream. And Fira31. Is it 31 or is it 3i? I think it's 3i. Yay, thank you guys. Let's see, where did I see? Rowdy, it was Rowdy. Did I miss it? Shoshie says Fear31. 3i. Hold on, let me look up and see if the bot told me about the other follower real quick. Rowdy Souls. There you are. Thank you. Look at that. Let me see, did I miss anybody's chat? Chat's going pretty fast today, so I'm trying to keep up. Let's see. Ounce says it was me. Rinian, the Ultimate Primer brand for Europe, which is apparently Steinolres partnering with Badger. Or maybe it's not exact. Oh. Ultimate Primer. I have not tried that. You'll have to tell me how that is. Yeah, and Artie Wolf, if anybody knows, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway on my Twitter very soon. That's what Artie Wolf is talking about. We just hit, how many followers we hit? We hit 1,500. We're like 1,554 right now. And so I want to do a giveaway on my Twitter, but I need to figure out a way to do it so that it will pick from my followers randomly, or at least, I don't know, maybe I'll do retweet this. Yeah, that would do it. If I do retweet this, then I'd have a list of the followers that were paying attention. That I might do that. We'll figure it out. We'll get something. But if there's a program you know of, that's what RV Wolf is talking about. Okay. Model Masters. People are saying Model Masters is good. Every time Shoshie finds a cat hair, an angel gets its wings. Superstar is working on Sunstalker. Google says 68. 68 degrees. Oh, that's nice and cool. Oh, send that weather here. It's been really hot here lately. Good. Find your airbrush gumming up. You may need to try thinning down some more, adding float improver to it. Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely. Nightbots and Streamlabs have a feature to pulls from your followers. Oh, does it pull from Twitter followers though? Because I'm specifically doing this giveaway on Twitter. Because I have Phantom Bot, but I don't have Nightbot. Dull and limited palette. If you add some whole red parts to the equation, it looks like someone else's true metallic color scheme. Well, the equation doesn't look like someone else's true metallic. Talking about the guy who lives in Korea. I guess I don't know who you mean, Krakened. Too damn hot in America and Canada. Yeah, no, Canada's had the craziest weather this year. All right, I'm gonna get my favorite color. One of my favorite colors. Where is it? It is not that one. It's called Nightshade Purple, and it's a Reaper color. Here it is, Nightshade Purple. This is gonna be my substitute for black. And I'm gonna put this on my palette. And I'm going to go in here, all the spots that I really probably want to have be black, and line that with the Nightshade Purple, see? And again, if I'm messy, it's okay, it's mine. And I've told people before, when I paint for myself, I don't use the same level of quality, because I'm just trying to get it done. You know, because otherwise I'll never get my stuff painted, because commissions take so much of my time these days. Uh-oh, I should have listened just from your Twitch followers. Oh yeah, so we just did a Twitch giveaway recently because we hit 3,000 followers. See this number right here under my finger? We just hit this number, and so we just did a giveaway on Twitch, and it was a blast. We gave away this guy right here. We're still working on him a little bit, but this is Confrontation Mini from Rackham. It's one of the originals. So I still have to finish this little stone here and a little bit of stuff on the non-metallic metal on the sword. But other than that, he's getting really close to being done. And also paint the base. Yeah, all my social media accounts are really getting close to like leveling, if that makes sense. T-Berg, I like your name. Was surprised how well Model Master sprays actually spraying that stuff. Oh, okay. And Zab is in the same paint fast and fun, and use my stuff to try new things with no pressure. Yes, fast and fun. I like that. I might steal that, Zab. I really like how you think about that. Okay, so this dark elf skin, I'm going to add some white to this so that I can get a beautiful creamy gray. This is Reaper. I'm just using a few Reaper colors because I haven't in a while, and I really like them. And for my white, I'm just going to use scale 75 white. Nope, actually I lied. I'm going to use Bleached Linen by Reaper. I might do this all in Reaper. I have to see. We'll have to see if I have all my Reaper colors here. Reaper is a really nice, inexpensive brand from the US. They're based in Texas, and I'm not sponsored by them. But I've always liked them. All right, this is the gray for his pantalones. Pantalones. And I can go in and shade those later, but right now I'm gonna get my color in here. Pantalones. We have anybody in the chat here from a Spanish-speaking country? Give me a hola if you are here. There we go. Hello, Tom. Nice. There we go. Seberg says, I like Reaper because my local game shop carries and they're relatively cheap. Yeah. Reaper are easy for me to get because there is actually an eBayer. If you go on eBay, I don't remember his name, but you can go on eBay. He does huge lots, and if you live overseas and have a friend who lives in the US, they will ship to anyone in the US. I think it's free shipping. But if you have a buddy who will ship from wherever they live, wherever you live, then you can get these Reaper really cheap. They average about $1 a bottle, roughly. I could be wrong. $1, maybe $2. It depends on how, because they're always auctions. So it depends on, you know, how much people bid stuff up. But if you catch it just right, you can get them for a good price. Search Lot Reaper paint, Reaper Master Series paints to be able to find them. What's going on with my Privateer Press sponsorship? I'm not sponsored by Privateer Press, but I did contact them and ask them to send me some minis for Nova, and so they are sponsoring my classes for Nova. We will be painting some Privateer Press minis for that. But as a whole, like, they're not sponsoring my channel or anything. If that's what you meant. Yes, Reaper are very creamy. Very easy to work with too. They do need to be thinned, you know, just like a lot of paints. They glaze real nice. Trying to get all these little crevices. Foxy Mama, I'm from the Midwest. I can give you an ope. Hey, Foxy Mama, you must be from the North Midwest because I'm from Illinois, and we don't say ope. We say, I don't know what we say, but yeah, definitely a Midwest thing to say ope, and I think some Canadians say ope also. Awesome. Also, if you want to ask me a question directly, put at Shoshie's Minis, just like Artie Wolf and Olympus has, because it's a really good way to get my attention, to get that question answered, or to, you know, have me interact with you, because otherwise I may not think you're talking to me. So it helps a lot. Right now I'm just doing some shading with the glaze. All I did was water down my Nightshade Purple and glaze it over the lower half of his pants. Pull this up. I don't have a lot of light right there. There we go. It's not being dark enough for me. Ah, too dark. There we go. When in doubt, wet blend, right? Ohio, awesome. I've been to Ohio. and it's like a more pretty Illinois because it's pretty much, I mean, all the people are almost exactly the same as the Illinoisans, but the area is way more pretty. There's rolling hills and trees and stuff that we don't have as much. I mean, we have trees, but we just got a lot of corn. Lots of corn. Right, see that, how I did that so quick? Do that right there. This is with white, the bleach linen mixed with nightshade purple. I need a little bit of nightshade purple right here for the. Foxy says, I always see the folks that take a long time to paint minis. I'm interested in this 2-hour paint. Indiana, Illinois, Ohio. They are very similar, aren't they? Yes. Yeah, and notice, like, I'll put a little caveat in there because we're going to attempt to paint this in 2 hours. We may get pretty close. If I get jabbering too much, we might miss it, but I do not mind. I would rather chit-chat a little bit with you guys than hold tight to a deadline of painting in 2 hours. Because that means we can always paint some more on Monday, right? Speaking of, it is a weekend. It is almost the weekend. Sorry, it is almost the weekend. What are you guys doing? Okay, this has a little bit bleach linen. I'm gonna do my third highlight to pop everything on all the spots where I feel like light is going to dwell. Yay, Foxy Mama! Thank you for the follow. Woohoo! Yay, Ohio. FOXYMAMMA. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. We are always happy to have new people come and see us. Foxy, did you find us through the Kingdom Death group or did you just find us through Twitch? I'm always curious how people find me. A lot of people have been coming from YouTube, which is awesome. Because when I first started Twitch, I didn't really think I was going to do anything with YouTube at all. Right, as I'm adding slightly more, like a third highlight, the very, very edges of that, because I want that to really pop the most. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing anything with YouTube. Yay! Thank you, 30 Studio. Congrats for the 3K. You've always scrounging around on the creative channel. Yes. I've been looking at creative recently also. There's some pretty amazing people that I've been finding. I'm gonna friend you, Foxy Mama, so that I can see you when you're on and what you're watching, because if you like to watch other creatives, I will be looking to see what you're watching. All right, I sent you friend request. Am I too high up? Very monotone right now. Wait till we pop that color out. Painting quickly. This is still wet. That's why I can't touch it right now. It keeps being blendy on me. Lost and found. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Is it lost and found? There we go. Yay. Hey, Meg Paints. You're at work, but you can hear. You can see but can't hear. Cool. This is for you, Meg Paints. Nice. Storm Quiver is looking forward to painting the edge Dawnfall when it rains. Tell me about that. What is the edge Dawnfall? I have not heard of that. Yeah, I keep just adding a little bit more of this bleached linen, and see how that's popping a little bit more each time we add. And now I can, ooh, see, got wet. All right, pantalones, they're almost done. Do a little bit more of just the pure bleached linen. Why did I say? All right, now we can blend a little bit. One nice thing about Reaper is they are non-toxic, so you can brush lick to your heart's desire. Which I would not brush lick some of the Spanish lines, like even Scale 75 or Vallejo. I would not lick those. Right, so that's pretty much good, okay? Now, we're gonna do some things on this metal so that we make it look like real metal. We've got just a base coat. What we need next is a dark color. We're gonna mix a little bit of this deep blue. It's a really pigmented turquoise, kind of like deep sea blue. In fact, you can use deep sea blue if you have it. This is deep sea blue. It's a little bit more, it's a little slightly, they're really close. You can see this one's a little more pigmented even. And then a little bit of nightshade purple. And then for kicks, we're gonna add a little bit of Arbuckle's brown, which is actually not really a brown. It's more of a dark burgundy. And the three of those colors should give us a really nice dark shade for painting metallic. Actually, you know what? Okay, just the Arbuckle's brown and the deep sea blue, and I get this color. You can't even see, it's so dark. Let's thin it out and you'll get to see it is more of a turquoise. Can you see that? Lightly turquoisey. Good evening, Apollonius. Hello. Dragnet says, have you increased the frequency of uploads recently? In the past, you did once a month. I've been trying to upload each time I stream. So I am trying. It's not that I have the same amount of uploads, but I'm doing them more spaced out. Whereas before I might have like uploaded a whole bunch at once, which I was told it's better to do it a little bit by little bit. So tell me if you, what do you like? All right, let me pull the light down. Ta-da! Light! Now I got it on my face though. Okay. But you guys can see so much better. Up in here, where we've got all our shadowed areas, I'm gonna mix that dark purple color, and I'm just gonna pretend that all that is shadow, shadow, shadow. You're painting the shadows in. I'm gonna go ahead and continue acting as if my light source is on that side, so that means I'm gonna shadow this whole area slightly more. A little bit of nightshade. Glasses gotta come off for this. This is the nightshade purple, which is gonna really increase the depth. So we're black lining everything. Black line, black line, black line. sort of the opposite of non-metallic metal. How you begin non-metallic metal, you edge everything with white. Well, we're shading everything right now with the dark colors. If you over, if you hit something that you're not supposed to, that's okay. You just want to make sure to get that dark in there. I might need a smaller brush too. Give me 1 second. I will check the chat. In a minute. On his helmet. Yeah, that. Wait till I get the silver in. That will pop everything. And then in between each one of these little doodads, he's got more shadow again. Doodad is a technical term. So. All right, glasses back on so I can read the chat. Remember to put at Paint with Penny. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? It has been forever. Are you still playing Warhammer? Paint with Penny? Penny is a sweetheart that I met from the UK in an all gals gaming group. I don't think I've seen you stream in a while though. That's great. Some of the yellow and white Reapers say do not say non-toxic, so those might be. Oh, okay. Ah, that's good to know. Okay, we're ready to paint some more. We're painting a Kingdom Death Flower Night for those of you guys who have just joined us. Now I'm adding just a little bit more of the reddish color in here. Don't be afraid to use color on your metallics because metallics reflect all kinds of stuff, so you never know. You got to think about what's around him that's going to be reflecting that color. Actually, we should probably be using a little bit of green in the shadows because that's more likely than not what he's going to be reflecting, if anything. But actually, if I use red, it might be more striking since we're going to do green everywhere else. Having red in the shadows might actually, reds and purples might actually look really good with the green. All right, now same thing. I'm looking for the volume. So this is a cylinder right here. This is his arm. It's a cylinder. So we're leaving that stripe of metallic down the middle, but we're going to shade on the sides so that it appears like a cylinder. Same thing. This one is also a cylinder. Just like non-metallic metal. It's a lot like it anyway. I call it demi-metallic. Oops, I just messed up. If you mess up, get water on your brush and kind of, ooh, see? You can mop it up like that. If I, see how it looks like a glaze now? Yeah, that looks good. Same thing down here. This is going to be all darkness. And all of the stuff in between his fingertips, I'm going to go ahead and make pretty dark. I got glasses off again. I just found a cat hair. Or a lint piece. I don't know if it's cat hair or lint. Could be both. We are speed painting, so this is kind of, well, it is a lot more haphazard than you'll see me paint for realsies. All these little things need to be. Now, here's the sword. I'm gonna make this side the light side and this side the dark side. Very similar. Non-metallic metal again. One of the things that learning non-metallic metal did for me was it taught me how to make my metallic metals better. That needs to be more sharp. Okay, I'm gonna do his feathers here. He's got little, whew. Pound Crier 34, thank you for the follow. Pound Crier, oh, did I do that right? Down with a capital C. Woohoo! A piece of paint on my pen, dang it. There we go. No, you can't find opponents, so you just paint. You literally paint what you like the look of, but you've got a 3D printer. Awesome. That's awesome. Your next future project is a 3D printed long claw, which is Jon Snow's sword. Oh, that's awesome. Ah, okay, so whites and yellows, I'm guessing, are cadmiums and titaniums. Let me see this. This one says non-toxic. So bleached linen is non-toxic. At least so that one I can lick. That just sounded wrong. Nice sharp edge down the side of that sword right there. See what we did? Let's finish off his little feathers or whatever these are. Want to make sure to get all the shadows painted on those. Flip him upside down. There we go. Now, this is the face. Found another cat hair. Holy cow. Something, I think the cat must have gotten down here. I'm having trouble getting this one off. Thank goodness this one is mine. Wow. Okay. I think I almost got it. That one was on there. My goodness. Right, same thing on the back. Think about this is like a big cylinder, so you're gonna give some shadows on the sides. Wipe off the middle if I need to. Underlining everything that needs to be. And then on the sides over here. Okay. That's pretty good. It's good enough, right? Now, my next step well, I'll go back with my silver that I had before, my black metal. And I'm going to touch up spots that would still be reflective. So there would be some spots. In fact, I'm going to mix. This is my silver. I'm going to do my highlights. And this is the very high highlight, right? This is the ding of the silver that he's going to get. Hello, Akaya, how are you? Oh, nice, Trillian. You're listening to me on a mad drive home from doing chores. Now you can see what I mean. Awesome. Cold Touch says, I can't believe it's taken me this long to catch one of your streams. I'm just so happy that you're here, Cold Touch. All right, watch this. So I'm thinking about where my light is. And I'm changing my light source to be on this side because I feel more comfortable being right-handed. And I'm going to blend a little bit of the dark metal with a little bit of the, there we go. So we get, yeah, a little bit of black metal with the silver. So I got a mid-tone in there anyway. Now, remember we talked about painting your edges? Paint your edges with the silver. Think about where those edges are going to be too. Might need to blend a little bit here and there too. Kind of talking to myself when I say that because I'm noticing sometimes if you mess up, just go back with that darker color. Always fix it. See that? And now I'm blending kind of my black metal over my silver that I've already got on there, and it's popping now. Remember, if you want to catch my attention, is it stretch time already? Holy cow. Oh, it's not stretch time. That's just Rowdy Souls using a cat. Full chest. Oh, you came in with Houndstooth's raid. That's awesome. Nice. I appreciate people who come in here from Houndstooth. Awesome. No, a lot of times you can get into watching other people's streams and then you forget that other people are on at a similar time, and then they raid, and then you're like, oh yeah, I remember that person. I've done that. See how I put that bright highlight on that side? That means we're gonna put that bright highlight here. And then these, we're just gonna hit the edges right here. Do a little line on there. Right. Oh, I missed this whole epaulet. Epaulet? I never know if that's the right word. I think that whole shoulder pad, that's the word. Must have missed it. Okay, let's look at the back. Silver. We've got some little rivets. Those get a shiny. What in the heck? I've got some kind of scratches on this back of his. Now, this is where the light's coming from. So on this side, I really need to be giving this side more highlight. Maybe Blendy blend. Now this is more sketchy. That's where I blend that in. And then I can take my silver and go around the edge of this, right? Because that's an edge. And around the edge of the helmet. And then don't forget, like, so this is the side, because this is the side where light's coming from. Over here, as if this were like a little sphere. Maybe a little bit more. We can get much higher, but first we have to go darker in order to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of my color in here. Ooh, look how pretty that is. That's the purple mixing with the silver, which makes for interesting. It looks even more reflective with a little bit of that purple in there, doesn't it? Metal is just light reflecting, so it's going to be bouncing all over the place. The shoulder's going to have more light. Oh, too much paint on my brush. And this whole top of his head, I'm going to go ahead and make that silver-esque. Okay, think about this being a cylinder. I'm going to make a kind of a straight line, and then this bounces all the way around the edge. That bounces down. See? Speed painting. What happens? I'm just thinking about where the light's jumping. Right, I think that's good. Now, so something dumb I did. I put the light on this, but then I put the shadow on this side, so that's actually needs to be completely switched, doesn't it? Which we can do with the silver. Works. Let me take a look at chat. Did I miss anything? Okay, let's see. Olympus says, what color are you using now? You left to make coffee. We're doing metallics, so we've got a mixture of deep blue with Arbuckle's brown for my shadow, and then for our quote-unquote mid-tone, which was actually our base, we had the black metal, and then for our highlight we're using silver, and we're using a smidge of the purple that you make with these two colors as sort of a reflection tone. Can you guys even see that on camera? Here is stripping 15-year-old Tyranids, model stripping stocks. Yes. I would call this metallic metal, Zenred. Definitely. But you're using non-metallic techniques. Okay, thanks, bye. 910. I love it. Hey, thanks, bye. That's awesome. Okay, thanks. Bye. BYE. 910. Thank you for the follow. There you are right there. Welcome. Oh, I'm going to yawn again. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we're starting to get our our transitions in here are, sorry, not our transitions, our contrast. That's it. Right. Probably not a bad thing that I had to come back in and do this side of the blade with my silver. All right, now the other side needs to be that dark, right? We'll use a little bit more of the purples. How dark that is. Yeah, that's right. And then a little bit of the blue as well. Make it even darker. Make that line really crisp. Oh yeah. I want to make the tip of the sword almost black with this turquoise. It'll mix visually with that red. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and make my nightshade purple. It's like my dark lining. And there's a little bit of, there's little vines all over the place here. I'm going to go under all of that because all of these vines are going to be green. There's going to be a shadow, drop shadow. That's what under the dark lining is for, is because that'll give that a pop when we go under there with the green. Okay, now, okay, so we're very close. More nightshade purple in the crevices. Yeah, all that pops when we do that lining. Now, let's do the silver, and then you'll see it really, really, really pop. Think about the silver as, that's the little ding. See, I just put barely any and it looks even shinier than if there was nothing, right? Edges, edges, edges. Do a shimmer of highlight down the center here. And then we can blend it. To be able to blend it out, yes. I love scale 75 inks. Did I just get paint on my face? Check chat. You guys are funny. Sarah's like checking the bank account and seeing savings and checking. D1 Scorpio. Good afternoon. Hello. D1 Scorpio. My birthday is also in November. I am also a Scorpio. Yay. Sarah, you're going to pay off your car next month. So here's what happens when you pay off a car. Any other kind of repair that you ever have to do to that car, it's like all of a sudden you don't mind repairing it because now that car is like 100% yours. It's so much different doing car repairs on cars that you actually own yourself. It's like it feels like it's worth it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put more silver up on his, and a little bit of the turquoise with it. I want that to be more blue and shiny. Scale 75 actually makes a whole bunch of colored metallics that are really nice. little bit there. All right, what is this? Is this gold or is this? Yep, that's gold. All right. I'm gonna get out some golds next, and I like to do my gold starting with the brown. Let's see, do I have smoky ink handy? And I have, good. Smoky ink. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this as my base for my gold. A brown base, and then we'll highlight with a high polished gold. There's a fruit fly in my face. I do not know how it got down here because there's like nothing down here. Hate it. Okay, so that's probably not dark enough for me. Where else can we put golds? He's got lots of gold spots, so right here I'm gonna mix tinny tin with that smoky ink. No, I don't need to mix the tinny tin. I'm just gonna put straight tinny tin. Maybe it's not a fruit fly, maybe it's a midge, because it keeps coming up to my face. And fruit flies don't care about people, but midges like to bite. I think that's what it is. Those actually probably came in from the window here from when I airbrush. Let me know if you've got questions. Oh, I see some. It needs to be like old gold, not shiny and new. I've got Viking gold, that's pretty good. Like this. That's the gold I was gonna use. He's been standing sentry in the garden for a long time. Also, I am speed painting this. I do want it to look good on the table, so we're not going for realism here, Artie Wolf. We're going for that's pretty. So whether or not he should be shiny has no bearing. It's whether or not it looks pretty on my table. All right, and I see little. I'm just kind of mostly I'm going by this, and I'm seeing. See this guy? He's got lots of little details. There is a special hell for midges. Yeah. We're going to use the Viking gold. I think that will be properly old gold for you. That's another reason why we're basing all the gold spots with the tinny tin, is so we have that brown base and it will help darken the gold. There, see how that tinny tin is? So that smoky ink dried nice. Kind of got an owl mask on his face. I cannot remember for the life of me anything about the lore of the Flower Knight. We've not played him yet in our expansions. We've been really, really slow playing Kingdom Death. I wish we could play more. What needs to happen is I need a local group that just comes over on a weekly basis and we get it done. We play. That's the hardest part, is organizing all that, isn't it? Lots of little flowers on here. Flowers. Okay, try not to get too picky because this is a speed paint. There's lots of little detailed spots. Okay, that was sloppy. I will admit it, but I can go back over it. Clean it up a little bit. There. Are we ready to see gold on top? What's the time frame for the speed paint? So basically it's 3:30 right now. We're gonna hopefully get him done, or at least the actual flower night. Maybe not this violin, but I think we can get the actual flower night done by the end of the hour. That's my hope. All right, time for gold. This is Viking Gold by Scale 75. It's part of their, oop, that needs to be shaken. There we go. All right, so you will still want a bright gold, even with this, because look at this. It's gold, but it doesn't have that ding quality that I'm looking for yet. Just going over everything with this as a highlight. I'm not covering up all of my brown, just parts of it. All the spots I'm missing. Forgot to get these little cords. He's got quite a lot of little, I'm noticing that the pieces that I'm painting that did not get the brown under them, they're much brighter. So that's actually good. You want some variance? That part, those didn't have any gold on him. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy so far. Lots of detail and teeny vines all over the place. Gonna take some good eyesight and a steady hand. That means you better be painting daily. Paint daily. Or just take your time. And don't rush it. Don't speed paint it like I am. There we go. Oh my goodness, I like it. Now, let me see. Are all his little rivets gold too? No, they're not. Those have more gold in this part. And he's got a bunch of gold on his wrists, which I'm just going to use straight gold. I'm not going to go back and do the tinny tin for time's sake. And did he have gold on the wrists, or is that leaves? Can't tell. It looks like flowers. This right here looks like leaves. Anybody know? All right, I'm gonna look at chat. Some more. You're in love with the scale 75 metallic, Sarah. Feel a shocker every time you lick the brush. Gross. Yeah, don't lick the brush. I did finally break myself of the habit of doing that. This is the Viking gold I'm using on the sword hilt. A bit. Looks like a lot of flower stuff is on sword hilt. And again with more gold over here. Looking pretty though, isn't he? Pretty, pretty. Dragnet says the level of detail of modern miniatures is a speed painter killer. Nightmare killer, yes it is. Speed painter's killer. Yes, he's looking good. As of now, paint as a steady part of your diet. Yes, stop eating things. Sarah, you're gonna get some kind of growth on your tongue. Don't do that. Seriously though, I want to show you guys something real quick. I think I've shown you before. This is model color, deep sea blue, and this is a rare earth magnet. Watch this. Wait, I gotta take it out of the bag for full effect. You saw how this is a real magnet, right? Wait, like this. There, a real magnet. Take one of these off, and look, it actually sticks to the paint. Don't eat your paint. That doesn't, luckily it's not sticky. Wait. It's wanting to rip, it's weird, it's repelling. This is weird. There must be something, there's something in this paint because I can feel like the bottle's actually repelling it a weird. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me see if it does it on these. Good. Oh. Scale color, deep sea blue. Don't like your paint. This is Valet. This is game color. That's good. Okay, that's not doing anything. Yeah, most of these are fine. But I guess there's something in these two that is magnetic. I don't want you to get sick. Oh, look at there. Brown leather. Probably cobalt if it's blue. Well, brown leather might have some blue in it too, right? How about this one? Cadmium. That is crazy. Okay, that is why you don't eat the scale 75s. I didn't realize there were so many that were magnetic. Yeah, it wants all the pigments spent because it's been laying on its side. Now I'm really curious. Ah! Are you kidding me? No. Okay, don't. Don't eat the scale 75. They're almost all of them so far. That one keeps falling off. So, what? Nope. There it is. Are you kidding me? Don't eat your paint. Sarah's like, no. Oh, you're right. They do, Sarah. That's what it is. There's well, but you know what? Who knows what that's leaching into my paints. This one does not have a magnetic ball in it, though. I guarantee you. See? You can't even hear anything when I shake it. That one I know is magnetic without it. But you're right. I forgot that I did put a steel ball. We're gonna stick to, yeah, it's only sticking to the part with the ball on the side. Whew, you made me, oh my gosh, I had a heart check. There is a stainless steel ball in all of my paints. Yeah, because it's not sticking to the top, just that one spot. So, but like I said, I don't know what the stainless steel ball is doing to my paints. Still not a good idea to eat paints. All right, that was fun. We just took about 10 minutes out of my speed time, right? Let's get this going. I sometimes use glass. I sometimes use glass. I don't know, something happened last summer where I was licking my brush a lot and then my tongue dried out for like 3 months. Like it dried out and there was nothing I could do. So I just stopped. Yeah, you're the voice of reason. I just stopped. I got out of the habit of licking my brush, which I noticed my tongue came back after I stopped that. So I don't know if it's what caused it or what. But I wasn't gonna risk it. There's enough painting hazards. I just didn't need an extra. I'm so glad we figured out the mystery, though, of the mystery of the metallic or the magnetic paint. It was just coming from stainless steel balls for the most part. Some of those are, though, actually magnetic. Okay. Quickly, trying to paint all the stuff in the time. Got little gold knuckles. Last of the little vines all over the middle, all over the armor. Okay, now that's pretty dull if you ask me, so I'm gonna get a brighter gold, which I think I'm gonna use this one. Polished gold by Game Color. It's gonna be just for the little dings so that it feels like it's reflecting, just like I did the silver, on some spots. Just on, it'll still look old, so don't worry about that. Having those little dings is gonna make it appear more metallic than it was. See? Still looks old gold by having those little bits. Mostly on this side because this is the side that has most of the light. Oh, I see another question. No, that wasn't a question. Don't eat the paint. Only safe paint to put is Citadel. Really? I wouldn't have guessed that. Time to drive home. Can't wait to see the final product later. Yes. Hopefully I'll get a chance to post him. All right. Little gold knuckles are going to be pretty good. Like I said, I'm just using this gold as a highlight for the other gold, so it's not going everywhere. And for whatever reason, everything dried on my brush. Hold on. Okay. Add the skin. There, now it's going on. Now that whole spot right here on the shoulder is going to get some highlights. Little overbrushing here and here. Okay, gold is done. And let's see, we got the grays, we need the greens now. Let's see, I'm gonna use the deep sea blue. Well, yes, I'm gonna use the deep sea blue as my base, and I'll highlight up with green. It will bridge, and then I need my big brush. Where is that? This is it. That's not the brush I was using. When I put the glasses back on and look, here we go, I found it. How is the Everlasting Wet Palette doing? It's awesome, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna start having them in my classes. I'm still waiting on them to come help me find, you know, they're gonna send some to me. I'm hoping to have some by Nova, but I can't guarantee it. You know, I don't know when it's going to get through customs and all that, or when they're going to send it. I haven't heard when they're going to send it. All right, I'm trying to get, he's got all these legs down here. I'm trying to get into the area, paint all the things. That's why I like sometimes using a big brush helps. Big brush can really make things faster. And you can have quite a lot of brush control with it too, if you've been practicing. Okay, what is going on with my light today? Better, slightly. Letting the primer help me highlight and shadow that because it's already pre-shaded. You can see I'm being messy on my base because that's all going to get painted over as well. Remember, finish, not perfect. That is when that's what happens when we speed paint. Okay. Good so far. Do the vines on Let's do the vines on the sword. Traffic was good. That's awesome. Glasses off again. Already got these all dark lines so that you can just come in and hit the green part. See, I got a little bit of green on his elbow, which I can clean up real quick. Not necessarily a bad thing, because it can be reflected light. His gray would absorb a little green. All right, we need some reds now to pop out. Let's try the this red right here. I already know we've used that. That's a really dark red. That's okay. We'll use that around his wrists and on his sword. And then we'll go use another red to highlight it with so that it won't be crazy dark. We wanted purples though, didn't we? I like that idea. Let's stick with the purples. I see another spot that I got green on. Right here. So the whole reason why I'm not touching this is because I'm waiting for this to dry. So that's why I'm going over other spots. That's the other trick to speed painting, is managing. This is what I'm painting at this time because I'm letting this dry. This is what I'm painting at that time because I'm letting that dry. Okay, we're getting there. We need gold on his feet. We totally missed it. Got some vines. Can't forget. I think I actually missed a bunch of highlighting on his feet. All right, let's get the little bits of silver on his feet so that he looks more much better. Let's do this edge over here. Pop, pop, pop. Now, this is where I'm going to take this silver. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny amount. And little spots on where the gold is. All right, reds, reds, reds. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do purples. Let's see, I've got this pretty violet. That'll go. Think we can make it by the time we've got, oh, it is 4 o'clock. We've got half hour. We should be able to do it all. In that purple, it might not be contrasting enough. Yeah, I think I might go back to red with that, guys. Let's make this butterfly all purple. It's pretty. I'm just not sure. I feel like we need a lighter purple than this. Let's try Reaper Icy Violet to highlight the purple that we already put down. Just little spots. Oh yeah, that's it. I love this color, like a periwinkle. And that makes that purple that's already there pop out, and I can go glaze it a little bit. Yeah, that was what it needed. A little bit of that icy purple. Okay, yay. Okay, I'm happy now. Now greens. What are we gonna do for green? I wanna use something that's pigmented but not too crazy. Let's do these two. They're totally different. This one has, it's more desaturated. See what happens. Outcome of today's stream, 50+ individuals holding magnets to paint. Yes, that would be hilarious. This is my boreal tree green. It's a little bit, it's super blue. Here, there's a swatch. See how blue that is? So it won't clash because we're kind of all on one side of the color wheel here with blues and purples, but then our golds acts like a yellow, so that's our contrasting color. Let's see, go back here. See what happens when we start painting some of these. I feel like we need an even brighter green, like this one, autumn green. This is a crazy bright green. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. We'll mix that with my boreal green and see what happens. Ooh, that's crazy. Look at this. That's good though. It shows up really nice. Let's get the super speed paint. We're gonna get the big brush again. Get it mostly dry. Get all the paint out of it. Got quite a lot of paint in it. Okay, I got it. See how I got it mostly dry now? I'm gonna stick my brush in here, and I've just got a little bit of paint on it. We're gonna dry a little bit. Okay. Wipe some of it off on your paper towel so that you don't have too much paint. You have to dry brush if you want to learn to speed paint, and it just helps. I've just used a little bit more of the lighter green than the mix. Big brushes. See, we've already got some highlights and shadows laid in there with the, ooh, that's bright, right? That works. We've got highlights and shadows laid in here with the tree shading. So that saves a step big time. There's a little skull down there I just brushed over. See that? It's so funny. Hello, Mayanara. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a good day. All right. Ready for some more stuff here. We got the greens dry brushed in. I'm going to go ahead and with my small brush again, pick out the areas that I can't get in there with my big brush. All right, glasses off. There we go. We've got the dark already on there. The light pops off of that real nice. See if I can paint this tiny little vine here. Good. Another frond in the back. I just found something that I didn't get before. There's a whole part of this. There we go. Got it. I'm just going to add a little bit of this. I've got a turquoise color here, Meridius blue or Adriatic blue. I'm just going to put a little bit of this mixed with my top coat here just to see what happens. Nope, I need to put straight turquoise. There, that's much better. Now that makes that pop much faster now. And this again, this is sketchy. Not worried if it's perfect. It's not. It's painted though, and it will be done. It'll be on my table so we can finally play our Flower Night expansion. Good. All right, I'm seeing some more greens then back in here. I almost wish I had my, I like that. That's the lighter green that I used. This is the very, very light green, so I'll use this as a final highlight. Practically yellow. Oh my goodness. It definitely dried a different color, didn't it? That's why I need that final green. That's gonna help a lot. Oh, I see questions. All right, give me 1 second here. I will check chat. All right, let me look. Okay, it's bothering me. What's the white spot on top when you're looking down on him? White spot. It's probably just the reflection of his top of his head. It's not actually white, it's metallic. See? Let me see. Just really reflective because it's on the top of his head. It probably doesn't need to be that reflective, actually. We can change that a little bit. Aw, UK Dreadnought with coming in with the raid. Let's give him some hype. Thank you so much, UK Dreadnought. Do some hype. Bobby Boberson Bobbins. Love that name. I want to say that again. Bobby Boberson Bobbins. Welcome. I'm going to write your name down. We got all the new followers right here. Hold on. Right here are my new followers. I get to write out Bobby Boberson. Oh, wait, Bobby. Yep, Boberson. Bobbins. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put exclamation point at the end because that's epic. It goes around my spiral. It's so long. Mick C22. M-I-C-K C22. There we go. Yep, that's the light on the metal. Thank you so much for the host, UK Dreadnought. Like, mad love. Do we get some... Aw, there's a follow from the UK Dreadnought. Do we get some mad love? Let's do that. Let's do... Haha. Thanks for the raid, yes. Oh, the copy paste is for when we raid other people, but it's still mad love for you. UK Dreadnought. Okay, wait, just N-A-U-G-H-T. There we go. We're painting a Flower Knight. Here he is. We're speed painting him. We've only been painting for 2 hours. We've got 15 minutes left to paint this little violin thing here, and then we're just about done. Might put a few little highlights on the back on his leaves. Mary Zipmus, thank you for the follow. Mary Zipmus, Z-I-P-M-A-S. There we go. Yes. Aw. How are you guys? Welcome. Unfortunately, we're going to be finishing up soon, but that is okay because I am more than happy to have you here because we're gonna finish this guy up. He is a crazy. Oh my gosh! I just noticed all the tentacles. We got to make those purple tentacles on the violin. For those of you guys who don't know me or have never followed me before or seen me before, my name is Shoshie's Minis. I'm a professional mini painter and I do this full time for my living. And on my Twitch stream, I focus on teaching streaming, or not teaching streaming, teaching painting. I couldn't teach streaming to save my life because my husband does all the tech stuff on my stream. All right, painting tentacles at this moment, which is a very Kingdom Death thing to do, which will probably get this kicked off YouTube. Watch. All right, here we go, purples. Did he come with it? He did, but he does not in the limited edition. He only comes with the violin with the edition that comes with the expansions. What color should I paint that violin? I will take suggestions from the chat. While I paint his tentacles, you guys can suggest what I should paint his violin. We might do some funky colors if you guys come up with one. 1950 is for 5,000 followers. Great. I shall look for the violin. Now we're highlighting with the periwinkle color, which is perfect. Hopefully it won't dry your eye down too much, because it is a very light color relatively compared to the rest of the figure. Just for kicks, I'm going to add a little bit of this periwinkle into his sleeves. I want to see what it looks like when I do that. I think I like it. Ooh, I like it. Sometimes it's good to experiment while you're painting. Oh yes. Oh yes, I like that much more than the gray. And it still kind of reads as gray too, look. But it's got more flavor. It has the flavor. Very good. Good, very good. This is the Reaper Master Series Icy, what is it? Icy Violet. That's lovely. But John the Robot, thank you so much for hosting me. 80s style, hot pink and black. Oh my gosh, that's actually not a bad idea because he is a Shoshie's Mini, right? Because that's my theme colors. Pink and black. How can we do that? That would look good. Don't know that I have good hot pink. Let's see. Well, Artie Wolf says, I was going to say that his pants, and yeah, they do. They did need a little color. And I think that this periwinkle was exactly the color to add as well. They were just blah, weren't they? All right, so let's do all the shadows with the nightshade purple in here. And a little bit on the sides as well. Kind of thinking it needs to be on the more yellowish scale. Could mix white with the red ink. That's a good idea. So you guys really want it to be hot pink, huh? I'm gonna say, let's see, are you going to exclusive to Kingdom Death, or what happened with Age of Sigmar 40K Law LOTR? So I paint a lot of my own stuff, which I own a lot of Kingdom Death on my stream. I also own a lot of Scale 75 because they're sponsoring me. And then I paint commissions. So whenever I get a 40K commission or a gaming commission of any kind, then I paint it. And so anytime I'm not doing a commission, then I'm usually painting my own stuff. So that's what I have, but it doesn't mean I won't paint it. So it's, you know, whenever people send me stuff, I actually have a new 40K commission coming, and I'll be sure to paint him on stream because I know a lot of people on this on Twitch, they prefer 40K for sure. This is just a little bit of white. I feel like it needs something mixed. Something white. Yeah, that's better. See that? Pop, pop, pop. LOTR, Lord of the Rings. That's right. Yes. But yeah, I would be happy to paint any of those things. It's just a matter of getting a hold of them, right? Since I already have all my Kingdom Death minis. There we go. All right, let's think about this. Pink. Here's what I got for pink. Right here. This one. It's hot pink. I say orange with a brown wash. That might be good. Orange, let's do that. I'm not one, actually, you know what? He's absolutely right. Samris is saying, because if you think about it, purple, orange, and green are all triadic on the color wheel. They're all opposite, you know, not opposite, but they usually tend to look really good. So I'm going to use some Mars orange, and I think that what he said about having a brown wash could look really good. I might have to switch oranges. Let's switch oranges and go with orange leather. It's a little on the darker side since he's so dark. I have all of my core monsters done, KDM as well. And you want to see your Phoenix on board. I do not want to enter, you don't want to encounter him. You know what, the Phoenix is actually not that hard. We've beaten him once. Not too bad. I was surprised. I was kind of like, oh, well, that was a complete letdown compared to the butcher that will solidly kick your butt in 2 seconds. Look at that. That's pretty. We will try to find a way to incorporate a little hot pink on this. Don't you worry. I like the orange-brown idea because of the triadic colors. That's a good idea. It's already looking nice. Okay, I'm still thinking. That needs to dry. You finished your speed paint. It's so much better than your best, but you're steadily improving. That is the point. Steadily improve. Don't worry about, you know, whether you're better than me or not. I've been doing this a little while. This is the Nightshade Purple I'm putting on the ground here. Once we get the base all nice and painted, you'll be like, oh my gosh, there he is. Just think to yourself, you will get better. So, okay, I need to tell you about this little meme I once read. Basically, there was this story about this art teacher, and he told all the students in his class that half of them would be able to get an A if they were is a pottery teacher. If they would get half of them would get an A. Split the class into 2 parts. The half that would get the A if they did 1 perfect pot. Okay? The other class would get an A as long as they did as many pots as possible. So it's based on a percentage or whatever of pots that they did. So the more pots they did, the higher the grade. Okay? At the end of the year, they would have a critique to see how everyone did. Guess whose work was better? Guess whose work was better? Do you think it was the people who tried to make the one perfect pot? No, because they spent so much time focusing on that one perfect pot. They never got anywhere. They never improved. They were just focused on perfection, right? Don't focus on perfection. Focus on practicing. Just do your best with each mini that you can, but at the same time, you know, don't get caught up in it. Just move on to the next piece, because you're going to get better. Just doing that muscle memory, just, you know, getting better. Look at that. Bah. Yep, the ones who practice more. Pat Leanne, hey, how's it going? It has been a little while. Nice to see Kingdom Death minis. You haven't seen them before. It's mostly GW. Yeah, just mostly what I have. So, all right, let's do that brown wash that we talked about on the violin. This is sort of brown. I call this my grease wash. It's sort of like a mix of Nuln Oil and Agric Earth Shade and a whole bunch of other colors. Just a dark color. But I had a whole bunch of extra little washes I put together. Katie Turtle, hello and welcome. Thank you for the follow. Let's write your name down while that dries. We're going all over this. Look at all the followers that we had today. Holy cow. Katie Turtle. Thank you so much. We were speed painting the flower night. Gotta pick up some of that. There we go. Let's turn this around. A little bit in there. I will admit I'm getting a little bit sloppy right now, but that's okay. I will fix it. And I think we'll do there's like a little scroll right here with some, I think I'll do this little vine, my bright green. I'm not loving that green. Let me try something else here. A little goblin flesh. It's a brighter, more intense green. It's also the fantasy and game series, so that it's going to dry a little bit more satin. And I think leaves should not be matte because they are. Oh, is it time? It is time. Well, we pretty much finished, didn't we? Okay, get a little bit of that on there. A little bit of that goblin. And then we'll look for someone to host. It's Friday. I want to get my Friday on. All right. Last bit right here. All right, thank you guys for the awesome stream. I hope that you enjoyed coming over here. I will be back Monday, GMT -5. So you get to see me come back and paint. Don't know what I'll be painting. I don't know what I'll have ready because I got to prime a whole bunch of new stuff. But we'll be back for sure. And the time is going to be the same time as today, which was 2:30 to 4:30, GMT -5. All right, that looks good, doesn't it? Ta-da. Right, I'm gonna find somebody awesome to host. Yeah, whisper me on Facebook. I will get back to you for sure. How'd I finish? Keeps in the various satin versus matte. Probably just still use the dull coat. That's what, I mean, it kind of works for everything. All right, I'm checking to see who else is on. Baka TV, that's my man. We're gonna host him, and you guys get to listen to some awesome DJ tunes. He's a great streamer. So first of all, I'm gonna put, let's see, Mad Love. We're gonna copy and paste this. And then we're gonna raid Obaka TV. Right. There we go. Bye guys, have a great one.